Hello, let's look at the AQA Functional Skills Level 2 non-calculator paper, that's paper 1 for January 2021. You have 30 minutes to do this paper. Section A, circle the decimal that is the same as one of those. So what I'm going to do is I am going to change the denominator to 100, and by doing that I will multiply it by 5 because 20 times 5 is 100, and I shall do the same to the top. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 divided by 100 is that. So 0.15. There we are. There's the answer. Part 2 is a order operation. You notice we have brackets, we have powers, we have a multiplication and a subtraction. Now the first thing we should do is brackets. So we can work out everything inside the bracket. Okay? And inside the bracket you have a subtraction and you have a multiplication. So the first thing we're going to do is a multiplication. 2 lots of 3 is 6, and then we still have 17 take away. Bracket, power. So notice I've done inside the bracket the multiplication. The next bit is inside the bracket we have 17 take away 6, which will give us 11 squared. I mean, if you want to, you can keep the bracket. And so the last thing we're going to do is 11 squared. And 11 squared is 11 times 11. If you know your multiplication table, you'll know that's going to be 121. If not, you'll need plenty of space here to do your calculation. Okay, so next part is working out rounding each of the numbers to 1 decimal place, estimate this value. So 1 decimal place is after the decimal point, we're going to round it. Okay, so after the decimal point, we have 1 place after. So the first one is going to become 0.8. Now the number after is 1, so it doesn't round up, it stays as it is. So we have 0.8. And we're going to add it. And the next one is 0.2. Now because the number afterwards is 7, it's going to go up to 0.3. Now we're going to add those together. 8 plus 3 is 11. Carry 1. Make sure you put your dots in place. So we're going to end up with 1.1 being the answer. Okay. So now we're going to look at question number 4. And question number 4 is a scatter diagram. You can see all the crosses and it says what type of correlation is shown. And you notice basically they're coming down. So this one here we would say is a negative correlation. Quite clearly going down. Okay. Write 19 over 7 as a mixed number. So you need to find out how many 7s fit into 19. Well, if you think about the 7 times table, 2 lots of 7 is 14, 3 lots of 7 is 21. We don't have enough for 21, so it's going to be 2. So we're going to have a whole, we have 2 full 7s there. So if we have 14, 14 going up to 19 is another 5. So the remainder was 5, and we were talking about 7s. So 2 lots of 7 is 14, 14 plus 5 is 19, 19 over 7. So there's our answer. Let's have a look at question number 6. Question number 6 is an angle question, and here we have a straight line and all angles on a straight line add up to 180. They're asking us to work out x, so we're going to say 180, take away 141, gives the answer. Now when we do that we're going to have to borrow, so we're going to borrow, that becomes 7, that becomes 10. 10 take away 1 is 9, 7 take away 4 is 3, 1 take away 1 is nothing. So the answer is going to be 39 degrees. That was nice and quick. Let's have a look at question number 7. Question number 7 is section B. So let's have a look at section B. It says, John walks to keep fit. He uses a map to plan his walk. The map has a scale of 1 centimetre, the same as 250 meters in real world. The route of his walk measures 14 centimeters on the map. Is his walk more than 3 kilometers? So they're telling us what's on the map and what's real. And on the map, 1 centimeter is the same as 250 meters. They're telling us that he walks 14 centimeters on the map, and so we can then find what goes here. Okay. Now, in this case, you'll notice that if I compare what's happening on the left-hand side to the right-hand side, you notice that 1 times 14 would give us a 14 on that side, so I'm going to have to multiply by 14 on this side. Okay, so you might want to give yourself a bit of room somewhere to do it, so I'm going to do it up here. 250 multiplied by 14. 4 times nothing is nothing. 4 times 5 is 20, carry 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus the 2 we have, 8, 9, 10. Then 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 2 is 2. Obviously use whichever multiplication technique you prefer, but the answer is going to come out to 0, 0, 5, 3. So that's how much 3,500 meters, because we were meters, we stay in meters, he walks. But the question is, does he walk more than 3 kilometers? Well, if we change 3 kilometers into meters, to do that you multiply by 1,000, so you get 3,000. And now we can compare the 3,000 to 3,500, and is it walk more than? We can say yes. He walks 3,500 meters, which is more than the 3,000 there. Okay, so make sure you can say, you could say it in other ways. He walks another 500 meters, something like that. Okay, you could also work in kilometers if you wanted to, but that's the idea. 7b, we have a heart rate. To work out the maximum heart rate, we have a formula that says m, which is maximum heart rate, equals 208, take away 0.7a, and the a in this formula is in the age in years. John is 60 years old. The graph shows the heart rate on a 40-minute walk. So here's the time of the walk, here's his heart rate. For what fraction of walk is John's heart rate above 50% of his maximum heart rate? So we're going to have to work out his maximum heart rate, then we're going to have to find on the graph how long that is, and then turn it into a fraction. So his maximum heart rate is calculated by doing 208 minus 0.7 times a, and a is his age, and his age is 60. Now remember, we'll need to do the multiplication first, so give yourself some space. So we have 0.7 times 60. 0 times is 0, 0 times anything is 0. 6 times 7 is going to be 56. Sorry, that's my error. 42. Carry 4. And 6 times nothing is nothing, so that becomes 42. Then we have 1 decimal place here, so 1 decimal place there. So his maximum heart rate is 420. I'm just going to write it there. Oh no, that's not true. That was the answer for this bit, wasn't it? 420. And here we have 208. Now I've made a little mistake somewhere, because I have done an error, haven't I? I've just spotted where it is. So let's rub that off and let's have a look. Now, how did I know I made a mistake? Well, I was going to take away more than I had, and that's not possible. So we said 0 times 7 is 0, 0 times that is 0. Then we said 6 times 7 was 42, carry 4, and 6 times nothing is 0, so 42. That's what it is. And when we add those together, we end up with 0, 4, 2. And then we had 1 decimal place here, so that becomes 42. So we're going to take 42 away from 208. Okay, so 8 minus 2 is going to be 6. And then we have 20 take away 4 is 16. So that is his maximum heart rate. But we want to work out 50%. 50% is half. So 50% of half of that, so 166 divided by 2 to work out what 50% of his heart rate is. And half of 6 is 3, half of 16 is 8. So we want to find out where the heart rate is more than 83. So you notice here we have 80, 81, 82, 83, so 83 is there. So we need to be anywhere that is above that bit there. So it's above here and above there. Okay, it says for what fraction of the walk is John's heart rate above that? So let's see. So it's from here to there. So now we need to count, and this is in minutes. So we have 1, 2, and then we have 5, 10, 20, 24. So 24 minutes. Let's just check again. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24 minutes out of the full walk, and the full walk is 40 minutes. Okay, so it says, for what fraction of the walk is John's heart rate above 50% of his maximum heart rate? Well, here we have 24 minutes, he's above, from there to there, and the full time was 40 minutes. Now you could just leave your answer like that. They haven't asked you to simplify it, so there's no need to simplify. But if you wanted to, you could simplify it to get 12 over 20, or 6 over 10, or even 3 over 5. Okay, brilliant. But don't bother simplifying, they haven't asked for it, so we're not going to do that. Last question, 7C, provides us with different walks and the distance he walks, and it says he tracks his walks using an app. These are the distances in kilometers that he does in 1 week. John had a target of walking at least 10 miles in that week. How much further than 10 miles did he walk? Give your answers in kilometers, and they give us a little bit to convert here. So first of all, we're going to have to add all these together to find the total in kilometers. 5, 10, 15, 20. Carry 2. 4, 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 plus 6, 18. 19, 20. Carry 2 again. 0, 6 and 5 is 11. 11 plus 2, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That becomes 15. Carry 1. 3 and 4 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 plus 5 is 16. Plus 1 we have over there, 17. Let's just do that again. So that's going 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 13, 16. I made a little mistake there. Let's see. 20, carry 2. 6, 7, 14, 20. That's right, carry 2. Here we have 8, 8, 9, 10, 15, carry 1. And here we have 4, 8, 12, 17. That's fine. It's always worthwhile checking, because if you make a mistake now, it affects you later. So that's how far he walked in kilometers. Oh, I forgot my decimal point, didn't I? There we are. 17.5 kilometers. So now we're going to have to change it, and if you've noticed, this is miles. It's the same as 8 kilometers, and our kilometers are over here, 17.5, and we want to find out how many. It said in miles, that's right, so I'm going to write miles. Fooled me for a while, I thought that was meters, so that's the one we're going to have to work out. Give your answer in kilometers. Okay, in that case, I'm not going to do this one. We already know the kilometers answer, so what we're going to do is we're going to take, because they want the answer in kilometers, which means this one, so we're going to take and find out how far he wanted, what was his target. So this here says 10 miles, because that's what he has there, and that's going to help us work out to then compare. So what's happened on this side is it's doubled. So on this side we'll double it, and if we double it, it will give us 16 kilometers. And it says how much further did he travel, walk? Well, in this case, that's how far he walked. So you can see if I take 16 away from that, I'm going to end up with 1.5. So 17.5 minus 16. 5 take away nothing is 5. Dot 7 take away 6 is 1. 0. So the distance is 1.5 kilometers. And the reason this asked us to do it in kilometers is it's easier than trying to change the other one. Excellent. That's all for now. Goodbye.